Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody is doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying this day so far. All right, my people. Couple of stories for us to take a look at in this one. Now we see where West Indies newly appointed CEO, Mr. Chris Daring, was talking about how CWI, how they need to find a way to adapt and to repel the threat posed by T20 leagues. So we're going to be taking a look at some of the things that he said pertaining to this. Plus, we'll also be zooming in on our all-rounder Chinelle Henry, who was once again in brilliant form as she helped her team to secure victory over the Delhi Capitals in the Women's Premier League. We're also going to be talking a little bit of track and field and some football. So just give a listening ear until the end and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. All right, let's start things off with Henry. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, Chinelle Henry once again producing for her team, talking about the Women's Premier League. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, playing for the Warriors. She was able to score a half century and also was among, she picked up a wicket as she guided the team to victory. So taking this first part here from Sports Max, and then we'll take a look at ESPN Quick Info for the stats. So the headline says, Henry stars again with joint fastest 50 as, the Warriors exact revenge on the Delhi Capitals in the Women's Premier League. Now, a couple days ago, I think it was on Wednesday, they played against the Delhi Capitals. She made 33, but ended up on the losing side of things. Well, that wasn't the case today. She scored 62 of 23 balls. Yes, my viewers and subscribers, 62 of 23 as she helped her team all the way up to 177 for 9. Yes, 177 for 9. And in that knock, she got two fours and 8 sixes. 2 fours and 8 sixes, going at a strike rate of 269.56. You understand? So, that innings there guided the team up to 177. Now, she returned with the ball and she contributed 4 overs. Yes, she bowled 4 overs, picking up 1 wicket for 42 runs. So, shout out to Chinelle Henry. It's always good when we see our players going, when our players are overseas and they're doing well. We definitely want to see more of the women stepping up and dominating. Oftentimes we hear Hayley Matthews, Stephanie Taylor, the likes of Deandra Dottin, and all these ladies doing very well. It's good when we see a couple others stepping up. So shout out to her on that performance. All right, we're going to stick with T20 cricket. But, not only T20 cricket, but we're going to stick with cricket. So West Indies newly appointed CEO, Mr. Chris Daring, he was speaking on the Mason and Guest radio program. And, he was saying that CWI, they must find a way to adapt and to repel the threat posed by T20 leagues. Now, I am taking this information from the Sportsmax website, so credit goes to them on this. So this is Chris speaking, and I quote, "I don't condemn all the private investment and all these leagues popping up around the world because it kind of solves one of the challenges. It creates other challenges, right? For the West Indies team and future West Indies teams, but it's not something that I look down on or afraid of." Right? He went on to say, we just have to find the right way to ride those waves, to get more infrastructure, to get more national resources going into the sport at the territorial board level. All right? He's saying that they need to get more exposed people working in cricket at different levels. You understand? So according to him, they need to create a pipeline if they are going to find a way to get West Indies up, right? So very, very interesting. He went on to say that where private investment, where you have private investment coming into the sport, doing all that development work, and basically, right? Well, he was actually giving a little example of how they do things in England. Talking about where you have private investment, which would be some of the clubs coming in and doing all the work. And then, the English FA would be able to pick teams from that. He was also saying that ICC, they are in discussions, they are working on a plan to own the international calendar. So they would say, all right, this time of the year is for international cricket and nothing else can go on, can happen in this period. But that in itself will pose a problem, my people, because the quote-unquote big teams will find a way to get their leagues to go ahead. You understand? And then, other teams trying to earn or trying to find out, well, not even other teams, other countries trying to find a way to get their thing going. Their leagues might be placed on the back burner. So, that is something else that they also need to look at, my people. So, according to Chris, they are CWI, they are trying to find a way to attract sponsors, not necessarily go out there and, tell people this or that, but they are trying to create a product where people locally and internationally can come on board and say they want to be a part of this. The thing when it comes on to things like these, my people, that, sponsors want their brand to be attached to winning, you understand, to things moving in the right direction. So we definitely need to do a lot of improvement if we are going to go out there and be able to bring in people to be a part of the team. So according to Chris, they are working on ways to improve CWI and to improve the cricket on a whole, but improve how they go about, getting us back on top. So very, very interesting where that is concerned. All right, let us shift directions a little bit. Gonna talk a little track and field. Yes, a little track and field, my viewers and subscribers. So Tajay Gayle, the former world champion in the long jump. He was very good at the Gibson McCook relays today. He actually got a meet record. You understand? So, it's always interesting when athletes, especially, when they go out and give a good performance, get injured, and then they can work their way back in. So let me just give you this. So taking it from the Jamaica Observer, they say former world champion Tajay Gayle jumped a meet record of 8.34 at the 2025 staging of the Gibson McCook relays on Saturday. Right, they said the second best jump in his career after his superb leap of 8.69 in Doha in 2019. Right, and as I said earlier, he's a former world champion. So, good to see that Tajay Gayle is fit and is up and running again, doing his thing. So shout out to him. All right, just before we finish up, a little bit of football. Actually finishing here on a sad note, my people. Jeffrey Maxwell, don't know how many people are familiar with that name. Did a lot of football coaching in Jamaica. He actually died this morning. You understand? He coached at the schoolboy level and also at the national level. So we want to say condolences to his family and friends. Jeffrey Maxwell, very, very, he was definitely a passionate football man. You understand? According to the Jamaica Observer, he was battling Alzheimer's disease and he passed earlier this morning. Now, he coached teams such as Santos, Harbourview, Tivoli Gardens, you understand, St. George's College, Humble Lions. He coached Marvally, Hydel High School, and I think back in the 90s, he actually brought his former school, his alma mater, to Manning Cup he actually brought him the Manning Cup champion. The Manning Cup trophy. That's the Excelsior High School. He won the Manning Cup for them as coach. Yeah, man, he would have impacted a lot of lives in Jamaica. a lot of youngsters, in the football world because of him, plus, other fields that he would have, encouraged youngsters to go into. So I want to say condolences to his family and all his friends. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one, my people. I'm going to leave it right there. Big up.